Okay. Guess I should do this. I have finally made or updated my old video game OST playlist with a lot of stuff. It was kind of dim. It was only like 7 hours long or something. A lot of it is strawberry jam, which I do like. I don't have strawberry jam in any other playlists. But now I added like a bunch of Nier stuff, Persona, Dark Souls, and whatnot. Okay. Let's get the game open. So, I just have Jagged Pass to do, and I pretty much have it figured out. I have an extremely simple Jagged Pass. I guess I can briefly mentally run through it, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Grab the team. So it's gonna be Conkelder, Isbig. Hello, Jax. Am I on the right scene? I'm not. Awesome sauce. Thank you for the praise, Sceptile. I do think I would prefer Sceptile. I was thinking about which egg I might want. I actually think Combuskin would also be okay for me. Like, if I committed to... I know Blaziken isn't, like, the most potent Mon. But it would be nice to have another fire. I guess Blaziken isn't that fast. Did I say fire? It would be nice to have another fighter. I feel like... What's the other one? I feel like Swampert is a bit more of a miss for me. But also you can get Megapert. Just because I have Seismitoad already, but this guy is just way better than Seismitoad. I do generally just... I think Sceptile is the best option because it's fast. All my grass types are very slow. Or it's too late. Yeah, I don't know where you get it, I guess. Sceptile definitely seems like the one that would be best for me. Let's get this Gibble out of the party. Looking at that first trainer on Lavaridge, 20 stream streak. Fuck me, man. Do I even have point rewards? I hope I got rid of those. Oh, I have the fucking showdown thing. I'm never gonna do that. That's a waste. If you ever click that, I'm just not doing it. I'll try to remember to get rid of that. Yeah, the first trainer seems really, really rough. Right, so it's these 6. Just quickly running through each one to make sure I do it right. So it's Conk, Escav, Dreadnought, Senti, Amoonguss, and Donphan. Donphan is used for a single reason. So Conk gets pre-burned and is holding a Citrus. It one-taps with Hammer Arm. Citrus in case it takes crit overheat. Then it just Mach Punch KOs without any boosting item the Bibarel. And Bibarel will come in next because I show slow KO to both Pokemon, and they don't have KOs on me, even if I get crit by overheat. And Burn Chip. Well, the Citrus would avoid that I'm putting on Conk. So it's going to be Bibarel in next, dead to Mach Punch. Cling Clang, then I just beat with Senti. Senti comes in and walls it. And Oko's with Flare Blitz, and I have let's be showing out damage. Do they not care about slow KO? They only care about fast KO, I guess. I mean, I have slow out damage on both of them, right? So, same thing, I suppose. Just the wording is a little different. Like, Hammer Arm has slow out damage on Bibarel, and Kling Klang slow out damage. If I'm chipped. Right. Yeah, I guess in other scenarios, I've definitely dealt with that, but because I just like they basically they can never, these two mons can never have out damage on me. They can only have fast KO on me because I show, like, they can't out damage 100%. So as long as I'm not dead, the order just goes in normal, and that's why I gave a citrus in case I get crit by overheat. Because I'm burned, I would get put down into gear grind range, and I want Clink Clang last. And then yeah, Centiscorch just beats the Kling Klang with Flare Blitz, switches into gear grind, takes triple crit. Can have a citrus, I guess, and citrus for Flare Blitz recoil. So that one's fine. This one is why I have Dawnfan. Dawnfan leads with an Oran, takes a crit head charge. Oran, I believe, gets it out of Megahorn range, but it's fine even if it does. Knock off the Choppel and do 27%. Go to Dreadnought on the head charge or the Megahorn, and then bait Megahorn Revenge. And then go Conkelder on those moves, and burned Conk with Black Belt. Does 72. And it's doing a head charge on that first turn, so with the recoil, it's at like 60%. And I fast KO with Mach Punch. And then it's kind of Togue random move between one of these two. It could also sub, but I kind of don't care. I'm just using Escav. Escav with Metal Coat, one taps it. I ignore all the crit stuff with using Escav. I could give a Citrus to Escav to be a little safer, but because I one tap, it's like fine. Right, I'm basically only ever taking 2 instances of damage. I'm taking switch in damage, and then damage where it didn't click substitute, and it finally clicked a move. So I'm only ever taking 50% on a Scavalier. Then the Rillaboom, I need to heal Conkelder's burn. Amoonguss is also burnt this entire time, but I haven't used it yet. Conkelder, I get rid of its burn. I lead Escav on the Rillaboom. 2-tap it with X-Scissor. I go itemless because I'll bait knockoff. That always baits in Arcanine, Flare Blitz. Can I get low enough to bait? No, I don't get low enough to bait close combat because grassy terrain will heal me out of close combat range after the first high horsepower, or after both of them. So Arcanine always clicks Flare Blitz. I go Dreadnought holding a Rostberry, because Flare Blitz can burn through the Freeze Thaw. So I hold a Rost, and then it clicks Close Combat, so then after the defense drop, I Oko. Then it's Thievul in with Fast KO, compared to Wigglytuff Slow KO. Grass Knot with Grassy Seed, Unburden. So we're gonna go, I think, Centiscorch on this. Oh, so we go Senti to bait Dark Pulse. I have to give I have to give Centiskorch the silver powder to not let it nasty plot. Switch into Grass Knot, and then bait Dark Pulse. Get non-burnt Conch in on Dark Pulse, and then always take a Grass Knot, and I'm safe from double crit without the burn. Grassy Train would also heal me, but I just got rid of the burn because I don't need it. Hammer Arm 1-taps. Unburnt. And then Wigglytuff in last, so I don't have to worry about Self-Destruct, forcing Moonblast or Grass Knot KO. I go pre-burnt Amoonguss, so it can't sing on me. Moonblast can Spit F drop, or special attack drop, but I'll two-shot anyways. So, it's fine. And I could just Synth if I'm ever low. I could give it a Citrus to be safe, if I'm worried about the two-shot. But I'll, like, kill through Life Orb as well. Very chill. So I just need to pre-damage. Need to pre-burn. I know Conch is in slot 1. What slot is... Mungus is in slot 5. Pre-burn 5. Okay. Conch gets a Citrus, and then Cinti gets a Citrus. Turns out Guts Conch kind of trivializes some stuff in the game, huh? I have plenty of heals as well. I still have tons of super and hyper potions. Yeah, I'm fine. It's not a very long gauntlet. Okay. I don't want to fight the magma guy. Nice crit. So I could stay in here if I live double crit from the gear grind. Which I do. I live it and I also take burn chip after, so I can just hammer arm. It's just 3 kills for Conch. Good Pokemon. Let's say cleanly. Number 2. Why is this so slow? I might need to refresh this. I've had it open for a while. Okay, that's better. Okay, Donphan. Conch Black Belt. Escav Metal Coats. Need my 7 metal coats. It's also safe to prep you with a citrus in case I need it. Other 2 mods can't really be used. And obviously, heal up. I'll heal the 1 HP, man. You should be Camper Ethan. On fan lead? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I should have put Dreadnought up here. Grab the heavy ball. Is there an item? Oh my gosh, there's a heavy ball. Wait, how do I get the Dragon Fang? Oh, I kind of missed out on the Dragon Fang. I was supposed to get that earlier. I didn't realize. I can loop all the way around, right? From Lavaridge. Or no. Gonna be annoying, but I do not stay in here. Conk. Here. Very important. Okay, I need to heal your burn. What's up, Spirit? How you doing? Hey, I learned, yeah. Bro's actually streaming his run? What? In today's day and age? Senti, Conk, Amogus. I'll heal you. Nah, it doesn't really matter. I'll do it just in case. It's a super potion. Thrilled to be out of truck? Hell yes, dude. Any squad highlights so far? Okay, scav item list. Dreadnought Ross. Senti silver powder for baiting. Conk citrus. Still need to find a Mega Medi. I was lucky to have... my Mega Medi got really weird. I was lucky to have Togue to at least chip it down to get in range for something else. But it got really awkward. Togue at least was able to, like, consolidate the roles really, really hard. For all the fights prior, it's such an incredible lead throughout the entire, like, win streaks gauntlet. And then also leads well into Mega Medi. I think I did like Togue Masquerade pivot chaining and then finished with Torterra, Growl, Synth stalling. So that way Torterra was in for the Crocodile. Yeah, that's what I did. I did like a Torterra double KO. You don't really need an item. Guess you can have a citrus. We got the kills on that last one. Conk and Escav. Escav is kind of climbing, considering when I got it. Okay, so I should heal out of close combat range here. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm out of close combat range. Okay. Did work out. This is always Flare Blitz. Don't care about the recoil, and now you're gonna CC. Nice. Evil. Can you Dark Pulse here? No. Oh wait, wrong mon. You can Dark Pulse on me. That's not bad though. No, that's fine. It didn't anyways. Guess I maybe didn't need that citrus, but in case of double crit, it's nice to have. This is the only part that can get a little weird. No drop though, so I should be fine. Yeah, we're chilling, even after that. I live Moonblast crit here. Surely. Yeah. I could have maybe just clicked Sin, because it can't sub at that point. Would have just killed itself on Life Orb recoil. Okay, nice. Okay. Escav kill. Dreadnought on Arcanine. Conkamungus. We're getting good value out of some of these like mid-range mons that were kind of struggling earlier. Like Mag, Skuntank, Amoongus on this split. Even Musharna, it's like been its best split. It's also the longest split, so that probably helps. So this pops me out at 112. Is this guy a trainer that I'm standing next to? I don't like the way he's walking. I just don't like the way he's moving, you know? I mean, he's not listed as one. Okay, so I can just loop all the way back around. Actually, it's not even that far of a loop. I want to get the Dragon Fang before I forget about it. Because I could have gotten it sooner. Okay, yeah. Looks really funny on Turbo. Jagged Pass was a really interesting Gibble. Also, new Mart. Quick Balls, get in my belly, bro. And Dusk Balls, holy crap. Yeah, I got a Gibble. I got like 6%. It was like an under-leveled... It's like a level 20 Gibble. It's crazy. I'll buy one honey, just in case. Yeah, because that pool was looking awful for me. It was because I already got Turtonator. It was like, okay, I can get Lycanroc or I can get Gibble as good stuff. And maybe like Ursaring as well, I think is in there. Otherwise, it was all going to be like Druddigan. It was like Druddigan or something. But yeah, I got the 6% Gibble. Check these guys off. So I'll just have to fight this guy later when I go to Magma Hideout, I assume. Oh yeah, Magmortar, that's the other, and Warrior. It was like 40% to be good, 60% to be bad, and I hit the 6% Gibble in there. He disappears. Hell yeah. I like not having to fight him considering he's not his moves and sets aren't listed anywhere. Egg? Yeah, man. Don't worry, I'm keeping my Flame Body Pokemon in for the tech of hatching it faster. Did you? How long does this take? Where can he... Oh, yeah. What was 112? 112 was... That was Turtonator, right? I think. Let's see. Got a lot of fire types. No, that was Camerupt. Yeah, then Camerupt, Torkoal, Turt. So all three of those, that was a triple shell armor roll. Magma armor, Camerupt, shell armor, Torkoal, shell armor, Turt. I have 6 non-critical guys. Please be Sceptile. Or Blaziken. Okay. I think I can... I'm okay with that. Chicken. So am I... I was gonna say, am I... am I naming this in Kentucky? I think I am. Sorry, man. What is this? Herb shop? They're cheap, I guess. I don't have things to sell. Oh, I have a revive. Charcoal? Oh. What? You said in the right house. Oh, L-Coms. Okay. Way to go, Jax. I mean, that's all I had planned today. I guess let's take a look at the chicken. It's always Blaze Gentle. That seems bad. Very middle. It's like okay. I guess yeah, like its defenses are maxed towards one side, so maybe that's good for a protect baiter. But I don't know which one you would want more. Frags 2. That's if I Evo it, right? I feel like isn't it a strat to keep this thing as Combuskin, like throughout a game, if you can? Just for doubles baiting. I mean, obviously you would miss out on like a really high attack stat from a fighter. Keep it like that for a bit. So where do I get Protect? Oh, it gets Detect as Combuskin at 44. Okay, so stall it a little bit. So there's no world where I like I stall on Torchic for anything. Blaziken gets Yes, because you need to be Combuskin at 44, so you can't stall for like... Oh no, you can. You can stall for early Flare Blitz at 41. I mean, not that it's like... But you can get it early, because otherwise you're not getting Flare Blitz till level 70. Or 64 as Combuskin, but that's a long time to keep it a chicken. Any reason to Evo this sooner than that? I guess I'd miss out on Sky Uppercut, wouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, you would completely miss Sky Uppercut. But I get close combat. Yeah, so I can get a Combuskin right now. I can push it to level 56. Oh, I would completely miss out on Overheat, wouldn't I? No, you still get it. So it could have a moveset of like Flamethrower, Detect, Overheat, Close Combat. Or no, it could have Flare Blitz, Detect, Overheat, Close Combat. I could just have both. Because Torchic gets Flare Blitz at 41. I should switch my scene, so this can be easier scene. Yeah, so it gets Flare Blitz as Torchic at 41, then I get Detect at 44, Overheat 50, plus Combat 56. Yeah. Yeah, figuring out Flan level is priority, but I can definitely get early Flare Blitz on this, because, like, it's going to be, at the very least, a Combuskin. I think... And, like, you have to get it to level 44, no matter what. So what I'll do is... I'll stall this. I'll go ahead and level it up now. Oh, my controller died. I thought my game crashed. Holy shit. That would have sucked. Okay. Save, I guess. So I'll give you Everstone. And push you all the way up to 41. To get Flare Blitz, right? Yeah. Don't touch it. Well, don't I at least want to put it to Combuskin at 44, because you need Detect, otherwise you're not using this Pokemon. Yeah, I'm just pushing it to Detect. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm getting it Flare Blitz, and I'm getting it Detect, and that's it. And, like, other moves that come along the way. Like, hey, there's QA. For now, why not? Flame Burst. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, I'm not going to push it any further. So I might need it at a lower level. But this one is useless without Detect, so... Maybe I should have kept Growl? Probably not. Mirror move, kind of heat. Yeah, Flare Blitz. And then take the Everstone off. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta press B. I felt my heart drop there for a second. Let's put the Everstone on you, just in case. Keep it on. There we go. Okay. Probably drop bounce. I don't see how you're clicking that. Alright. That's all I wanted to push it to. If I want to get it more, I can, but it would require leveling, and then maybe the level's too high to be useful for Flannery. So, but I could get it overheat or close combat. But also just fully evo it with that set as well. I could have a Blaziken with Flare Blitz, overheat, close combat, detect, if I wanted right now, I guess. Otherwise, just leave it there. I guess I'll export it. Lavaridge. They don't have Combuskin? How do they not have Combuskin? The fuck? Okay, there it is. Weird. Okay, there it is. Okay. I guess I try to take a gander at this awful Cinderace. I'll probably need Gara. It's what, like Gara Mag or Gara Togue? It's like the only way to really do the Cinderace. I could also look at the Chandelure answer. So Skuntank gets kind of slapped by the Chandelure. I didn't realize it was Choice Scarf. So I guess it's fine as long as you get Stoutland in on a Hex or Shadow Ball, you eventually beat it. Don't really care. Would it not switch out then? Maybe only if it's the last Pokemon? I feel like it would switch out if you lock it into a Ghost move on a normal type. Anyways, Gyarados lead would push the Cinderace -1 and bait Gunk Shot. I could go Escav to bait Pyro Ball. Does Pyro Ball have an added effect? 10% to burn. Okay. So I'd probably... Oh, Mag bait's random. That's not great. Does Togue bait random? Toge's under leveled, but yeah, it also baits random at -1. Togue has the advantage of Fake Out. And also Gyarados can take both those moves and push a -2. And then at that point, Togue is favoring for it to pick High Jump Kick. Do I ever get to a point where it always clicks High Jump Kick? No. What about on Torkoal? Torkoal baits Gunk Shot. About on my chicken. I mean, how do I get this in, right? Only on Pyro Ball, and you're just always risking crit. And bait Zen Headbutt anyways. If I get it to like -2 or -3, then something like Turtonator does wall it. But it's not great. Camera Up still gets owned. I can't ever use Eldegoss here. No. Eldegoss can never. Always dies to crit. I can't speed control it. And what was the Skuntank thing on you? It was like, even if you're psychic. Yeah, Sucker Punch does nothing, even to psychic type Cinderace. You'd have to chip it down with like a couple Togue fake outs. And also, how do you switch it in? You need like 4 Pokemon just to beat the Cinderace. And like, maybe Togue is useful elsewhere, but it gets owned by Talonflame. It gets owned by Rotom. It gets owned by Shandy. Gyarados may be usable against Talonflame, not really. That's tough. How does Gara Mach Punch fare in any of these scenarios? Gara Mach Punch does 38% to Rotom Heat, 45 to Cinderace Fire. Doesn't matter what type you are. So I've kind of just been thinking about Garchomp. If I commit to Garchomp, it can just kill the Cinderace one-on-one super easily. It just EQs and kills it. And like, it might be necessary just to have a one-on-one Cinderace answer. Oh wait, no, the EQ wouldn't. The EQ wouldn't be boosted, but after a Bulldoze, I outspeed, so it would be fighting type, right? So after a Bulldoze that does 34, I then outspeed, and it's still fighting type. Would like Soft Sand get me there? Yeah, Soft Sand gets me there. Neutral Bulldoze plus Earthquake. So Garchomp is a possibility, so I guess let me get rid of that. Garchomp would bait after taking a... So, is High Jump Kick fully accurate? No, right? It's 1% missable. So I can't rely on High Jump Kick, like Rough Skin Chip. But Soft Sand Bulldoze EQ does get there as a one-on-one answer. You take 51%. You're maybe in acro range? Kind of have to be in acro range. Wait, no. No, you don't. Because Talonflame is going to have fast out. Nothing will have fast Oko other than Talonflame. And Talonflame's first in party. So I'm outsped by everything. So that's fine. It's always Talonflame in on Garchomp. And it would see I guess the only difference is it could see Acro Kill or it could see Will-O-Wisp. And you kind of need to just bait Acro Kill. Or have a Mon that can take both. You can make Togue chip it a lot. But then it's still always going to Flare Blitz at the end. And also, if you chip it too much, it might be able to Roost. Not on Togue, but on the next Mon in. It's like Mammo, Ice Shard doesn't do anything. I guess maybe it's just pre-poison Dreadnought, right? Or pre-toxic Dreadnought. But also, if you pre-damage your Garchomp, you can always bait Acro. Well, not always, because if it's miss, that's a bit rough. You can't always bait Acro. You probably just pre-toxic your Dreadnought. That leaves me... Man, I have no good Rotom answer, huh? My Rotom answer probably would have to be Garchomp. It's like the only Mon that can... Maybe Turt? Turt is an... it doesn't do enough damage to stop it nasty plotting. Can always nasty plot. Rotom Heat is like the one Mon I could outspeed with some stuff. So let's see, speed border. That speeds. Or Pokemon. Skuntank, who takes too much and does nothing. Togue, who does nothing. Xatu, who gets one-tapped. And Galv, who gets one-tapped. Cool. I have no good answers to outspeed this Rotom. Garchomp also wouldn't. It's pretty close. Maybe like Camerupt? It takes way too much from Overheat. Why does it take so much from Overheat? I guess I'm at least stopping it from nasty plotting with Explosion. But yeah, I just don't have... I don't have a rock type that can hit this. Musharna? Nah, it's not great. Is there a world where you, like, bait kill moves out of this and get it to drop its special attack with Overheat spam? Get it, like, -4? Because, like, I have some Mons that could take a T-Bolt and then probably still bait an Overheat at -2. Yes. So I could do, like, an Escav loop with something else that baits T-Bolt. just because it's the next up move. With like, not Kingdra. But something that can eat and overheat, and then it would probably be Dreadnought. Dreadnought could be showing T-Bolt kill, but would it be showing it at -4? Maybe not. Maybe after Talonflame, I don't know. We'd also be taking Poison Chip. Oh, Camera Up does it. Camera Up eats the... Well, Camera Up eats the T-Bolt and always baits Overheat. You would just need a Mon that eats the Overheat and then baits T-Bolt. Maybe Gara? So if you work it like -4, then you can have a different Pokemon answer it. Like you can have a Shell Armor guy answer it, because it just won't do any damage. Or you could have a faster Mon answer it at that point, but it needs to be a Shell Armor person. Am I doing... I'm okay. Trying to figure out these dumb gym fights. This first one is really brutal. Honestly, the rest seem like kind of fine. This one looks fun. The Drought and then the Wheezing and the Octillery is cool. A little fire damage Octillery. Seems neat. Turtonator seems doable. Just have to stop it from Shell Smashing. Little Gauntlet. This stuff looks cool. This is good because it doesn't have the annoying ability. It's just this first one is so brutal. It's looking like I need to Evo my Gabite into Garchomp, which ideally I wouldn't do. The reason I want to stall is because Gible gets Dual Chop at 62. So if I could afford to stall it, then what is the next level cap? Yeah, I would get Dual Chop for Weather Institute, but I might have to give up on that. So otherwise I can get, what is the moveset? Bulldoze, Iron Head, Dragon Claw, Earthquake. Okay. So if... It's really looking like I need to commit to Garchomp, because otherwise it's just way too many Mons for Cinderace. Like, I can do... It would also be super risky, right? You probably bank on the 1% that you get hit by High Jump Kick. And if it misses, it's crash damage anyways. So I can always bank damage-wise, because High Jump Kick is a contact move. Should be. It's a kick. Yeah. So I can bank on Rough Skin Chip, so I probably don't need Soft Sand. I can at least do that. So 167 divided by 8. Oh, that's my HP. Oops. So turn 1, it would take 20 damage from the high jump kick. Then I click into fighting type. I do 58 with bulldoze. So I put it at 89. This is with no soft stand. And then it's -1 speed, which I barely outspeed. And I do 94. So I don't need an item on Garchomp. And if it's high jump kick miss, then it just takes the 50% and I'll kill with EQ anyways. So that's chill. I guess the problem is, okay, if it misses high jump kick, I can bait Talonflame Will-O-Wisp. So that's where I have pre-toxic Dreadnought to always take the attack. Pre-toxic eats Will-O-Wisp and it eats Flying Gem Acro for 30%, and then it also eats the next Acro for 18%, plus the 2 toxic turns. You just click Rock Tomb or Rock Slide, it doesn't matter. Is Rock Tomb contact? Well, it wouldn't matter, but is it? No, it's not. So yeah, just Dreadnought into Talonflame. Do I have a better Talonflame answer maybe? Because Dreadnought would be nice as the final follow-up to the Rotom. If I could do that. Having rock types is good. So if I had something else that could answer Talonflame instead, that would be very cool. So I'm switching in on Acro, Willow. I mean, stuff can switch in on the acrobatics, but it can't really... Like, I can go Togue on the acro, and then bait Flare Blitz, but that doesn't really help. I guess it would just minimize the damage Dreadnought takes, but not by much, and there isn't really like a big advantage to chipping it for something else. If I already burned the Flying Gem off you, you're still dead to 1 crit. I can never chip it enough to put it in Sucker Punch range. No. Can you ever chip it for Ice Shard? No. This is like an Empoleon masterclass if you have the penguin. Maybe like Togue plus Kingdra would be okay. Let's take a look at that. So Togue would eat the Acro. Acro is a contact move. Yes. I'm gonna get owned by that at some point in the run, so I just check everything to make sure it's a contact move. There's some weird ones that are and aren't. So I can't rely on Baiting Acro. Unless I pre-toxic my Garchomp. I guess with the HP I'm at... Or... I guess with this fight setup, I can't really use Garchomp anywhere else. So... I can... pre-toxic my Chomp, and then have it hold a Citrus. Pre-toxic would dodge Will-O-Wisp, it would make it always Acro. Would it make it Hex? Oh, would it make it Hex? That would be weird. I didn't think about that. I'm badly poisoned. It would see fast KO with Hex, maybe. Unless the damage works out. But like if the high jump kick misses, I could get Chandelure Hex in, and then I lose. I outsped and I lose my Garchomp for nothing. Is it worth banking a 1% to bank on Garchomp just not? I guess if it misses high jump kick, I could just stall a turn by clicking Iron Head, right? But also I would still kill it. Because it would be at like 16%. There's nothing I could I throw a Pokeball at it? I thought you don't even have access to your bag. I don't have any way to like stall a turn with Garchomp to make sure I take the damage. I think I bank on the 1%. Would I get Chandelure Hex? Or would I not get Talonflame? Because I just have to be in this range. I just have to be at 48. Or I have to be like at 97 HP. So is there a way... 97 is well under half for me. So I'm worried if I... What about you? Pray for the 84% I jump kick. Or 90% at like -2. I'm gonna have to level up my Torkoal a bit. Probably level 50. 95% high jump kick. And if it's not, it's Gunk Shot. Don't love that. Check different levels. I think just as I go higher, the odds get better, and that's kind of it. 48 is good at -2. It's just gonna, like, cycle back and forth, no? 48 looked like the best one. Donphan is sturdy. But Donphan's just gonna be baiting... Well, it baits random moves, so that's not reliable with Libero. So that doesn't really matter. If you high horsepower into a fighting type, you do nothing. What's the other Donphan ability? Would the other one have been useful? Battle armor? Oh, I see. Yeah, I could do it probably as a battle armor mon. Because if it's Pyro Ball, you 1-tap. If it's HJK, you 2-tap. And I do live. And then you would always bait. I mean, you'd bait random move Talonflame, which isn't great, but you would bait Talonflame. I don't know if I have another raw battle armor mon that can do that one-on-one. The closest is like Turt, but it takes way too much. There's Camerupt who gets 1-tapped. There's Escav who obviously gets 1-tapped. Dreadnought gets 1-tapped. Torterra gets 1-tapped. Or Torterra doesn't get 1-tapped. Do I just raw dog Torterra? And then tank the random move? That might work. Torterra just lives it. It would need a Rost, because Pyro Ball can burn. Pyro Ball can also miss. I can't rely on that, but... And I can't pre-damage for... I can't pre-damage for Acro, because it's too low. I could put myself, like... Could I put myself at 95% and poisoned while holding a Citrus? If I get hit by Pyro Ball, I'll always drop. Oh yeah, it is a gym fight. I haven't had one of these in so long. I haven't thought about no pre-damage. That's tough. I haven't had to think like that in a long time. That's Would Torterra bait anything else? If it's full, it baits fast KO from Rotom. So if I get hit, I bait Talonflame. And it's a 99% to get hit. If I get hit, it's Talonflame. If I... dodge it, I get Rotom Overheat. And it's not even consistent Overheat. That sucks, man. This could be nasty plot. But I would never get Chandelure, at the very least. Because Rotom's in front. I really feel like I mean, either way, I gotta bank on this 1%. To not happen, right? Just hold a Rost Berry for Pyro Ball. And then EQ, kill it, get random move Talonflame. between these two. I think Dreadnought can just handle it. Yes, it's not great because Dreadnought can get burnt too easily. What's the other thing I was looking at? Like Togue plus Kingdra. Okay, let's go back to Garchomp idea. Go back to Garchomp theory. I can't even rely on Garchomp. No, this doesn't work. I can't rely on Garchomp to bait Talonflame because I have to be under 48%. And high jump kick roll is just not that good. I guess I could not level my... Like, I haven't leveled up my Garchomp yet. What level does it get? Earthquake as a Gabite? Or as a Gibble, even. It gets it at 55. So, I Evo at 55, I Evo... So, I want EQ. I have to push myself to 56. Do I even need that, though? So it turns into a fighting type. It takes rough skin, so 46%. Yeah, I kind of need it. I still kind of need EQ. I guess at that point I can run a damaging item. I could run... Well, no. I need Garchomp to have EQ no matter what. But that would... No, that still doesn't work damage roll-wise, because I can be rolled only to like 56, and then I don't bait Acro, I then bait in Chandelure. Or no, I don't bait in Chandelure, because I can't pre-poison. That was only off the pre-poison idea. I would always bait Talonflame, but it could just Will-O-Wisp as well. It would be Will-O-Wisp Acro, which means I can't on my Togue switch, I can't rely on it getting the Barb's chip. How does Flare Blitz interact with Spiky Shield? Because Flare Blitz is like the most bugged move in the game. I feel like there'd be some weird interaction happening there. Because it's like 2 instances of recoil on one move. Or on one interaction. That sounds like a recipe for disaster, for like some kind of bug to occur. Like I end up taking the Barb's recoil or something crazy, like I had with Struggle and Truant. I don't even guaranteed burn the Flying Gem by doing this. Because it could Will-O-Wisp on my Togue switch, which I would need a Rost for, and then I fake out Spiky Shield, and then it still has the Flying Gem. When I go to Kingdra, it could still just rip me a new one like that. It's not like I'm faster. I guess Flare Blitz crit plus Acro crit barely gets there. But it does still get there. Also, I think without the guaranteed barbs on the switch in, I don't know that I would get Kingdra there damage-wise without like Wise Glasses. And if I get burned on Flare Blitz, then I could be owned. If Kingdra gets burnt, don't I get Chandelure, probably? So that's not great. Because I'm trying to Trying to get to a spot where... No, it doesn't even really work because of T-Bolt. I was gonna do like a loop back and forth on Overheat and T-Bolt to make it lower its special attack. Between like... between Escav and... Dreadnought. So they ideally bait the two moves back and forth. But they wouldn't even necessarily do that. Dreadnought would have to take multiple overheats, so then it could be burnt. I think I'd just use Dreadnought to answer Talonflame and keep the slots open. Dreadnought will at least bait Rotom next, so I save Shandy for last, which is nice. Problem with this is if I get burned... If I get burned, I can still KO, but I want to take damage. Because if I get burned, I could be in a spot where I'm showing Shandy Hex KO. No, T-Bolt always does more, so I don't have to worry about that. That's nice. Should check off some of the items I got. Like I got this rare candy out of heart scales to get I think I'm out of TMs to get. Yeah. Can't get Flame Orb yet. I did get the Dragon Fang and the Charcoal. Any consumables? No. I got the honey. No more tutors. Okay. Hi HBR. This is still the same run, I'm further in. But this part is pretty brutal. I have a lot of, like, investment potential that I could do, but if I do it, I'm giving up on stuff that could be really strong in the future. But if I need it now, then I need it now. Like, I don't technically have this Garchomp yet, but if I were to get it, I would be giving up on a really good move it gets later. Right here, at level 62. Because the next cap after doing this is like 65. It would be really nice to have that move for that cap. But like, if I need the fully evolved Pokemon now, then I need it now. It's hard to say. But I don't know that this is even consistent. I mean, it kind of is consistent, though. It's like... Talonflame will always have either... It'll always have the highest damage on me, and it's first in line. Like, Rotom is never going to see a KO on me, where Talonflame wouldn't. And Chandelure is never going to see a KO on me, where Talonflame wouldn't. The only way is if I somehow got status, but it's never clicking a status move into me. PB now, yeah. I mean, it's still on a first attempt, so I've kind of just kept that there the whole time. Obviously, that would change if I lose. So I guess I can use... Okay, so the Garchomp part works. It's just the move I bait from Talonflame after is inconsistent, and that's bad. There's no way for me to, like, stall so that I can guarantee damage on me? No, there isn't. No losing allowed. At the end of the day, I've gotten very lucky to get to this point on some crucial fights. So, you could say you make your own luck in some scenarios with how, like, solid your planning is at points. Maybe I should look at Torkoal. Because Torkoal, at least, if Torkoal does the same thing as... But the Torkoal setup requires multiple Mons, right? That's the bad part. And you're just expecting it to crash. You're expecting to hit, like, the 95%. But I guess what I'm looking at here isn't much better with Garchomp. Even if I'm level 56, the range isn't great. What if I held Sticky Barb? I forgot I have that. No, not level 100. So what if I... but if I don't get hit at all, then it doesn't... I have to bank on just getting hit. I think no matter what. Getting hit is a 99% by the Cinderace. If I get crit, Sticky Barb doesn't screw me. If I basically can never get low enough where where Flare Blitz would kill Garchomp. Sticky Barb. Boulder loses 1/8. So if I take Min Roll from this high jump kick, that's 87. That puts me at 113. The Sticky Barb, obviously, does 25 damage. Yeah, that's right. So I would be at 13 minus 25 is 88. 88 is close to all rolls of Talonflame. What if I'm level 56? Maybe that'll get me there. It also lowers the chip that my Sticky Barb would do, though. So Min Roll here is 88 now, so 197 minus 88 puts me at 109. And then I only take 24 from chip. That puts me at 85. 85 is really close to guaranteeing Will-O-Wisp. It's so close. And I can't be any lower level than that on Garchomp. And I can't pre-poison, I can't do anything. Sticky Barb is the only way to do it. It's literally 2 rolls off. I mean, maybe at that point I have to bank on it, right? Because, I mean, I'm already banking on high jump kick hitting, which is a 99%. if it's min, so it would literally have to be 1 out of 16 min roll for high jump kick on me to only do 88, because if I get that 2 extra damage, it's enough. And then it would also have to be a 2 out of 16 roll on acrobatics. Banger. Yeah, so I'm looking at Chomp opening. I think this is just my better option. What I'm looking at right now is... Yeah, I think so I have to risk 1% miss, but on top of that, what's more important is always baiting Acro after. The lowest level I can put my Garchomp is 56, where it still gets Earthquake, because Gible gets Earthquake at 55. So you evo it there, you level one more time, and then you get Chomp. I would lose out on Dual Chop, right? I lose out on Dual Chop next split for like a while. So it's 1 out of 16, or it's 1% miss. Yeah, I would get Dual Chop for Winona. So I have to dodge the 1% high jump kick. Check Bridge Rival. Oh my god, bruh. I can't think that far ahead. Bridge Rival, Blaziken. What would I need it for? This? Not Sash. Oh, are some of them like Sash? The Heliolisk is Sash. I'd be level 65. Would Dual Chop do enough over Dragon Claw? Let's drop Iron Head. Oh, I'd be 66. Dual Chop doesn't even do enough, so... Also, isn't this like in rain and... Isn't it in heavy rain? Yeah, I don't think it does enough here. Rain doubles electric terrain. Rain doubles electric terrain. That's crazy. That's an insane double battle. Yeah, I don't think Dual Chop does anything there. Doesn't do any different against Salamence. Right, I mean, 90% of the time, it's just Dragon Claw. It just gets around multi-hits, preventing, or multi-hit, like, beating stuff. Like weak armors, or sashes, or sturdies, or multi-scales. Is it like one of them has a Dragon Gem, Dragapult? Does this one have... This one has Goodra. It's always the electric type with Sash, it seems. Oh, this one has sturdy Custap. Damn. Shelly. Winstitute. Multiscale. Yeah, it would get around the multiscale, wouldn't it? I don't even outspeed it, though. Still have rain, electric terrain doubles selected. Yeah, you wouldn't get around. Or you're slower, because I'm super slow. Also, the cap is 65. It's choice band. Oh, it is. I mean, if it's choice band and you bait Fire Punch, that's fine. You just beat it with Declaw anyways. You just beat it in 2 turns. You, like, don't even really care if you get burnt. Right? You just need something that eats it. Like, I'm sure a lot of things actually could answer this as long as you just bait the Fire Punch. Kingdra could. Turtonator could. Because it would probably, after putting it at 71, you don't quite 2-tap, but you wouldn't care, or you can't be burned by Fire Punch. Yeah, I think I just give up on Dual Chop. And it gets it later, 69. So it gets it, what's the cap? It gets it by Winona anyways. So that's fine. Like, it gets it the moment you beat Bridge Rival. Just miss out on, like, super late Outrage. So yeah, the idea with Garchomp is at level... So at level 56, not 57 here, on... Go back to the Cinderace. I need to dodge 1% miss, obviously. Because after I hit the Bulldoze, there's no way for me to, like... If it's 1% miss, it's taken way too much damage. I can't, like, hit it with anything to stall for a turn. Can you... What I didn't know, can you throw Pokeballs in trainer battles to stall a turn? I thought you couldn't, because I thought you just don't have access to your bag at all. Because I would have no way to just stall for a turn so I can get hit. Swap to a Quad Resist and come back in. If I have it, maybe, yeah. But I would have to be baiting High Jump Kick, right? The damage from High Jump Kick here is relevant, so it would have to be a Quad Resist, but then you come back in on something else, obviously, if it's a Quad Resist. So I don't know. That's what I was looking at. So Sticky Barb is what I found, but it's still rough. So with Sticky Barb, because the goal is to dodge Will-O-Wisp on Talonflame. With the current setup, if I go Sticky Barb and I get hit by High Jump Kick, I'm always in range of guaranteed Acro. If I dodge 1 out of 16 High Jump Kick roll, yeah, so if I dodge the 1 in 16 High Jump Kick roll, then after that, I'll be at 80. If I get that, if I get the 1 in 16, I'll be at 85. So then it's a 93% to Acro. I don't need Soft Sand to kill. Because I'm Rough Skin. So, like, either it takes 12% from High Jump Kick killing, or High Jump Kick hitting, or it takes 50% crash. So, Bulldoze plus Bulldoze plus Earthquake does 89 to fighting type Cinderace. And at Bulldoze, after a Bulldoze, I outspeed. Oh, I don't at 56. I have to be 57 to outspeed it after Bulldoze, which would make my range with Sticky Barb worse. Mask still have QA? Yes. Mask would bait random move Talonflame, though. I take 2 turns of Sticky Barb. Oh, that is right. I do take 2 turns. Did I calculate with 2 turns? No, it's not. It's not 12. Sticky Barb does 1/8. Oh, you're saying percent. You're saying percent. I was like, where did you get the 44 number? Yeah. So if I have to be... So if I take high jump kick, that's 87 damage. Puts me at 113. And then, yeah, maybe I forgot about the 2 turns of barbs. Because then you take 25. Minus 25. And then minus 25 again. That puts you at 63 HP. So that's always in range of... That's always in range of Talonflame Acro. Always use percents. You don't know HPs. Yeah, numbers are probably also small, I assume, even on this. That's what I was just thinking if I died a crit. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can die to high jump kick crit. Plus 2 turns of barbs. So that doesn't work. Yeah, I really don't like this. Way too much variability, like high and low end, right? Well, I guess now it's just the high end, because 2 turns of barbs plus high jump kick always gets you an acro range, but yeah, if you get crit, you're screwed. And then also if you get miss, like, you're extra screwed. The one thing that's nice about Chomp is no matter what, it always baits Talonflame next, but... And it's a one-on-one answer, right? It just leads and does it, but... It's a weaker move for Chomp to come back in. And do no barb. But if it misses, then, like... Yeah, no barb. If it misses, then... What? Then I just eat the chance of Will-O-Wisp. Like, I would still have Dreadnought holding a Rostberry, obviously. But... Do it 3 times? Do I have a Mon that can do that? Eat 3 high jump kicks. Then bait different move. Dreadnought Hardstone 1-taps through burn. Does it? Because if it does, I can just eat the burn, and I don't care about any of this, right? Burned. Heartstone. Oh, it does. So, wait, no. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. You still bait Rotom after. Because even when you're burned, Shandy doesn't see higher damage with Hex than Rotom T-Volt. I think Garchomp is fine here. Like, if I just eat a burn, then I don't care. I just hold Hardstone and kill through it. And then Rotom... I don't know what I'm doing for Rotom. I don't... What is... I have to pivot to bait overheats, and then go to a Shell Armor Mon, right? So like on this T-Bolt, maybe I go... The Rotom to drop itself, yeah. But like you have to constantly be showing it kills, so that way it doesn't nasty plot on you. Like show it overheat kills. So like I was thinking go Escav on the first T-Bolt, but that doesn't quite work. You take a lot, and you can be parried. Yeah, Dreadnought can switch back in on the overheats just fine. That's not an issue. I just worry that it might, like at -2, not have the ability to bait T-Bolt anymore. This guy's still full. Do I have ground weak to fire? I have Mamoswine. But it's thick fat. So it genuinely tanks. But oh, it's because my HP is low. Yeah, like it can Willow or Nasty Plot on Mamo. And there's like Donphan has the same issue. Go Shed Shell. Can be parried though. It also doesn't KO. It's not even close to KOing. I did have the idea of Kingdra being useful. I think I was looking at Togue plus Kingdra on Talonflame. It's not great, but it would free up Dreadnought for the Rotom. Magneton, bait -2 overheat. Wait, why did that not change? Oh, that's Talonflame. It takes 24% from Rotom T-Bolts. So not quite. Oh, I guess the first T-Bolt, though, would be... Right, it would be 25%. And then it's overheat, and then it takes the -2 T-Bolt. So then, yeah, it would still bait -2 overheat, and then you can push it -4 as you pivot back to Dreadnought. And then it might not even T-Bolt at that point. See, this is what I'm worried about, is like Dreadnought could be so high HP if it's taking Will-O-Wisps from Talonflame. It could still be at like 75%, and then it doesn't take much from Rotom. Like, even if you're burned. It maybe gets down to 50%, so by the time Rotom is -4, it won't see T-Bolt KOs on you anymore. So then it could Nasty Plot. Rock Tomb if I'm burned. And then kill it. Or go Kingdra after Rock Tomb. So I'd have Hearthstone. Yeah, I guess if you live T-Bolt, you can take it. You Rock Tomb for -1. Do 33%, and then that's enough for Kingdra Octazooka. And it just needs, like, a cherry. In case it switches in on T-Bolt. Fading consistently from Shandy. Oh yeah, I guess I can't have Cherry because it would need Shed Shell. Kingdra bait Shadow Ball, so that's good. And if it's Parrot or Burned, it would bait Hex. And then Stoutland at the end just beats the Chandelure. Moosh Future Sight. On Rotom, it doesn't do enough. Get in on Overheat Nasty Plot. Oh, I see. Yeah. And I'm never scared of, like... Magneton would just need to be holding a Citrus, so it's not scared of triple crit from Rotom, right? Because it would have to be like triple crit. Triple crit, I think, still does it. 88. So Moose sits on it, but it'll just nasty plot, right? But yeah, it does sit on it well. Nasty plot isn't so bad. If it does one here, it gets it back up to 23. And then I guess the only attack it's ever going to do is also just going to put it right back down. So then it would have to take a turn to recover it. But you can also be crit. The crit is scary. Overheat crit is 67% on Moosh. That feels like a bit too much. It turns to Moonlight. Maybe, yeah. I do like the... I like the Dreadnought Mag loop with Kingdra at the end. That does work. It might just be relying a bit too much on Dreadnought not taking a crazy amount from Talonflame. So if it got fully attacked by Talonflame the whole time, it would take 28% the first time. Then the next aggro is weaker. So it would take 46. Kingdra baits Shadow Ball. If you're getting in on Overheat, right? You're getting in on -4 Overheat. Or even -2 Overheat, and you're Rock Tombing it, so you're faster. Octazooka plus Burned Rock Tomb KOs. Oh wait, but it has lefties. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, if you're burned, Heartstone. If you're not burned, you can't Rock Tomb. I don't think Kingdra can chain KO. You're probably dead to Shadow Ball crit. And Overheat could burn you, and then Hex would kill. Yeah, no one shot. And you're slower anyways, because it's Scarf. So you need Shed Shell. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be Kingdra, right? If I'm pushing you... If I'm... Can't I always Rock Tomb? I thought I could. Can't I always Rock Tomb? Oh. Yeah, it can KO. Oh, this is with no Hardstone. Yeah, my crit would be bad if I'm not burned. You can't rely on getting burnt. So that's where Moosh would be a little better because you don't care about the Rock Tomb speed drop. But at the same time, like, Turtonator... Turtonator doesn't do, like, enough damage, but... You're pushing at -4. Moosh seems solid here. Can you, like... Why is it holding an Orin? You can't Wise Glasses to block Nasty Plot because you're not faster. I'm just really scared about the overheat crits. But, like, even if it crits, it's still dropping itself, right? Prevent Plot for a couple turns. Well, if I'm not Wise Glasses... I don't know that I prevent Nasty Plot at all. I could do as low as... It could be at 59%. Oh no, that does block. Oh, Future Sight makes it blocked. Okay. So yeah, even Mineral Psychic still shows Future Sight KO for a couple turns. Really just for one turn. So that it can't Nasty Plot. I don't care about Will-O-Wisp. You just have to stay high enough HP. That's the other problem. Is you have to commit Shed Shell. And then you have to stay... Well, no, you would have to Future Sight and then pivot out, right? So yeah, so you have to, like, Psychic... But, like, 2 Psychics could be bad, because if you kill, you're screwed. It's hard pivot to your answer. You could get burned on your pivot, though. That only doesn't matter if it's Stoutland. Because, like, my 2 best answers to Shandy are Stoutland or Skuntank. And Skuntank is not great. Like, it's fine. Skuntank is fine. Overheat doesn't burn? Oh. Well, but it could still Will-O-Wisp, right? It could still Will-O-Wisp Musharna, even when it's in kill range. You switch out, get Will-O-Wisped, and then... Get Wisp went in for so many turns, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, the problem is you can't, like, rely on high HP Moosh, because if you get crit by the overheat on the turn that you kill it with a Future Sight, you just lose your Musharna. Unless you're holding Shed Shell. Well, no, if you get crit, then you can make Fire Blast, right? That's the issue. You don't lose Musharna. You would want Shed Shell. But yeah, you can just you'd bait the wrong move. Just constantly Moonlight. Yeah. Yeah, I guess as long as you're high HP, you're always healing. Like, if you're around full, say you're at like 90% after your burn, maybe. Drops you to 23, then back up to like 73. You seem to stay above half afterwards, right? As long as you stay above half HP with Musharna, then you shed shell out of there to Stoutland. And then you play rough like 7 times. Okay. So Garchomp commit, Dreadnought, Mag. So it's Dreadnought, Mag, Moosh, and then Stoutland, and I still have an open slot as a Pivot Mon as a backup. Yeah, I guess you can be pretty low. Skuntank. Skuntank is okay backup. Sucker don't even kill, man. This mon kind of sucks. Sucker's not even close to killing. No, yeah, it's 0 attack. But like, are you saying like Sucker backup kill here? Yeah, if you bait Shadow Ball or Hex, you're fine. I just wonder if there's a better mon that would be... I wonder if there's a better mon to exist for the Rotom pivot chain. Like, would it be better for me to just bring Togue as backup for this? Because Togue can also take T-Bolt and then bait Overheat. And it'll still have the same, like, baiting thing. That way I can just, like, I can spread out the difference between 2 mons, so I'm never scared of, like, double crit on Mag, then baiting T-Bolt again, right? No, yeah, there's no point to there's no point to fake out. But I could just do this, so I have 2 pivot mons to help out. It could also be... It could also be if I don't want to risk... What is this bait? It doesn't bait well at all. I don't think Donphan baits it. No. I think I looked at Donphan when going through the ground types. Is my... No, yeah, Dreadnought eats them. It's just a little worrying if Dreadnought is, It's a little worrying if Dreadnought's, like, maybe a bit low after the acros. Knocking lefties. I guess I can do that consistently. Without... I just need a Rostberry, right? So I always switch in on T-Bolt. So I would open this setup Oh wait, no, overheat can't burn, and if it's Will-O-Wisp, I don't care, because I'm not dead. Like, I'm only scared of overheat crit for Sturdy, but I don't need to worry about a Rostberry afterwards. My I kind of forget. My Sticky Barb is not committed on Garchomp, right? Because I'm just tanking the burn on Dreadnought, potentially. I can put Sticky Barb on Donphan, so that way I always get overheat. Sticky... Oh, Sturdy. Right. I thought I was so smart for a second. Oh yeah, I guess you would just run, I don't know, black glasses. What does that damage look like, actually? So with black glasses, that's 34%, so you then need to do 66 with a move after. You're not scared of crit, like killing or anything. So 66%. That's still not enough for Future Sight. Kind of don't want damage. Oh, in case you kill early with Moosh, yeah. Well, what if you did Moosh, No, wouldn't that be fine? So if you have black glasses, you do 34%, and you're getting rid of the lefties, right? That puts it at 66. Then you just Draining Kiss? Is that close enough? No, that puts it at like 59, so you can't get the Future Sight. You could like Draining Kiss twice, and then you know your Future Sight will KO. And you're not scared of critting to kill early. Because at that point, you've already done like a big portion of what the Psychic would have done, right? And leftovers are gone, so you don't care about like that extra damage that Psychic gives. You just need a little bit more chip with 2 D-Kisses. Frost is better. Yeah, because it's like... See, I just don't like the fact that it can Nasty Plot on Donphan. That's what I hate. I hate that it can do that. Because this is before any... This would be before any overheats have happened. So then that's +2 overheat into Dreadnought. That's a lot of damage. I need to take -0 T-Bolts. Dread eats? I don't know how much it eats. I guess it's taken, like, at worst, 46% from the Talonflame. If it eats this, it's got like 20% left. Because then it's back down to this. It would bait T-Bolt. And then you go... Then you start going Mag on neutral T-Bolt, bait Overheat again. You have to take a neutral Overheat, which you can, but if you're burned, it's a lot of damage. Mushan -0 Overheat. Right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because you're not doing the rotation a ton. Okay. Togue fake out is useful if lefty's gone. That'd be better than D-Kiss. It's 10%. Would... So Rostberry 29. You would not need Cherry on this. You could run Silk Scarf, my favorite Togue item. So that's 41%. That's only one Draining Kiss needed for Musharna. Because then you do 48%. And then Future Sight. Yeah, it doesn't click. It only clicks T-Bolt on Dreadnought at that point. So you can run Silk Scarf over Rost, and you can't be parried. And then you bait Overheat after the T-Bolt. You fake out for Silk Scarf, fake out for the extra percentage. And then go Moosh on the Overheat, making it -2 or -4. Okay. Running this. I think this means committing Garchomp, but that's okay. If this mon is good, then, you know, don't mind it. If I could get immediate use. Yeah, I don't feel awful about this. It just makes... So I'm not really worried about Garchomp. Dreadnought I'm worried about, but as long as I play it, like, fine. As long as I don't, like, overplay my hand, it'll be okay. Alright, so I need to make sure I do you right. Gibble. What's your moveset? It is Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Iron Head, Bulldoze. Let's give you... I put the Everstone on my Combuskin. And I level it up until I take the stone off at 55 or at 54. Where do I go if HJK misses Chomp? Don't I just not care? I thought we got to the point where I just don't care. Like, I don't care if Dreadnought Will-O-Wisps on or gets Will-O-Wisped. Because I just kill through the burn with Hearthstone. Because that's the only thing. Full HP Chomp always baits Talonflame, Acro, or Wisp. It's always Talon. Everything outspeeds me, but Chandelure doesn't do more damage. Yeah, it always baits Talon. It was just a problem of, like, I didn't necessarily want the Wisp at first. Does low roll HJK? Shandy is always lower damage than Talonflame. So no, right? Like, the only way I would ever bait Shandy is if I was statused somehow, and I can't be statused. Not by the Cinderace. Yeah, 39% versus 41 Mineral on Talonflame Acro, so... Needed to show fast KO to Talon. Seems tough with a Torkoal too. No more breaking swipe. No Iron Tail. That's cap. Okay. Earthquake over dig. Cool. This guy, like, doesn't even need an item. I guess I give it... There's no world where I bait Flare Blitz on Garchomp, right? No, not even from HJK Crit. It doesn't, like, need an item. Citrus as a backup. Yeah, it's like a Rotom backup, I suppose. Or maybe a Talon backup. Not a great one. You get Hardstone. You get Citrus. Oh, oops. Oh no, you get Silk Scarf. Yeah. You actually kind of need the Silk Scarf. You lose the Oran Berry for a slightly more important item. And then, what's like a good backup item to give Stoutland just in case? I guess, I mean, it can't do anything if I get the Shandy thing wrong. Like, Stoutland doesn't do much. I guess I just give it Pixie Plate so I kill a little faster. But yeah, this doesn't matter, so... X or Shadow Ball can't, like, run out of PP, right? X has 10. Shadow Ball has... No, that's fine. Yeah, this is Citrus. Pixie Plate doesn't, like, affect anything. Okay. I don't know what the gym insides look like. Psychic Lock would be rough, yeah, with no Skuntank. 272. There's 2 floors? Oh my god, there is. So you hop in here, go down the hole. What the fuck am I looking at? It's in the same spot. So it's this guy. Surely. It's a Kindler. I think that's the Kindler sprite. Linear. Okay. I don't think I need to level up Togue. I think it's fine as is. Hose her down with water. Yeah, I'll be sure to do that in her fight. I'm sure I'll use a lot of water moves. Most important is you have Shed Shell. Yeah. Scarf, Heartstone, Citrus. You have the right moveset. Yeah. Oh, they just pop out of the hole. I see. was like, why is this guy standing in the middle? It looked weird. Okay, let's see if I would have gotten owned. Nope. Good luck. Outspeed. Could honestly bulldoze again, but first kill for Garchomp already. My HP does not bait Acro here. This is likely Willow. Because I didn't do Sticky Barb. I guess I should have rocked with Sticky Barb. But it doesn't really make a huge difference. Yeah, there's the Willow. It's less damage I'll take, I suppose. Rock Slide while burned. Yeah, that'll kill. 126. A little scared with the burn chip, but I take 11 from burn. This is always T-Bolt. So, Donphan. Donphan knockoff. Dreadnought. Togue, Moosh. Nice. +1 Rost. There's no world where I stay in here, right? It doesn't make any difference. Well, is there? It would stop, it would save a D-Kiss rotation on Musharna, right? Right, because I've done 29%. And then with Silk Scarf, I do like 12%. Nasty Plot as I go Dreadnought. Yeah. But it could always do that. Oh, I guess... No, yeah, it could always do that. That was always a possibility. Even if Will-O-Wisp hit me, I have the Rost, right? So... It could just Willow again the next turn. Or no, it could Nasty Plot the turn after. Anyways. Do I just, like, take the chip here? Don't think I stay. Stick with the plan. Probably. Okay, yeah. Never punished. So you're -2. I very likely bait T-Bolt. I do not always bait T-Bolt here. But I guess that's fine. Not great, but fine. Could be Wisp or Plot. But at -2, I go Togue. Oh yeah, I can't Wisp. Yeah, I could Nasty Plot. And if I plots, it's just the same rotation on Dreadnought. If I went Donphan, it's the same rotation. There's no point to it. Let's go Moosh, or Togue Moosh now. Nice. Okay. I always bait Overheat. Yeah, I always bait Overheat. So I go Moosh on a Overheat. That'll push it -4. Really need no crit here. Nice. So you're -4 now. Now do I D-Kiss now? I guess I do. Dekiss, so that way it can't nasty plot anymore, right? And then I just Moonlight, Future Sight, Moonlight, Moonlight. Yeah, it can still nasty plot right now. Should be able to. I guess I can't exactly, like, I don't, off the min rolls from Fake Out and Donphan Knockoff, I still need one D-Kiss, I believe. So, okay. Good. Going back to Dreadnought for more Toad Chip. Maybe. I had the Dreadnought health for it. Potentially. But yeah, now I'm Moonlight. Because it can only ever overheat now, right? I need to be aware of overheat crit range. I am still alive by 1 HP here. Okay, cool. I lived that at 1 health on max roll crit. This is the only calc I need to be aware of. So now Future Sight. Don't care about that. Big Synchro. Might run out of overheat PP. Oh, for like Stoutland Para? Oh wait, no. I'm burned, so it doesn't matter anymore. I just Moonlight twice. Don't I just win from here? Whoa! You'll back up above crit range. Cool. Now Future Sight hits, right? Yeah, that kills. Nice crit. Pivot out of you, and I'm always baiting Hex. Cool. GG. Yeah, it just took investing Garchomp, but that's fine. Nice attack drop. Awesome 1v1. It's always good to have one normal type. How do I get out of here? Let's pop. Okay. I don't ever want to like walk forward and hit a trainer. Guess I gotta change you to Garchomp. His bro got his first kill. So Chomp, Dreadnought, Musharna, Stoutland. Neat. Next trainer can't be that bad, right? Right? Guess I can take this, put this little Gibble in the trash. Holy crap, my Combuskin outspeeds this Torkoal, guys. Cool. I didn't even write down any notes for that fight. So in Sun, what am I fully looking at? Big picture. I pop a Torkoal, so you got a low chip, then high chip. Flamethrower, Solar Beam, Scorching Sands, Rocks. So unless you're OHKOing it, you're not blocking rocks. Or you're named Dawn Fan. His bro's named Dawn Fan. I mean, it doesn't kill, though. Rapid Spin Speed Boost for baiting. I'm nowhere close to killing. I could just bait Solar Beam instead of rocks. Camel. The camel get owned by Scorching Sands. Camel don't kill. With Soft Sand it do. Yeah, okay, cool. So no rocks, camel lead. And it's still level 54 here, even. Is it 54 in Calc? Yeah. No, yeah, Camel seems nice. Special attacking, good coverage. So Soft Sand Camel kills, takes no damage. Sun is obviously up, but no rocks. Don't have to worry about. I mean, I guess this is the exact same scenario that I did for that one fight for Tabitha, right? Except the Torkoal had fucking Quick Claw. Otherwise, it's the exact same setup. So it's not new information. Octillery is +1 to come in. Wheezing would be not great to come in. Wheezing would also just be +1. Can't pre-damage. I need Soft Sand. Even Magmortar is only +1 to come in. Because I out-damage it. That's crazy. Oh, well, no, yeah, I just OHKO it. I forgot about base, or normal. Earthquake. Who the heck comes in? What? Is it just Octillery on a +1? And next in party? I think it is. Camerupt, like, kills or out-damages everything else. Camerupt slow out-damages Octillery. Camerupt slow out-damages Wheezing. Camerupt slow out-damages Magmortar. And it slow out-damages Turt. So it's just Octillery in next. That's awesome. It can't T-Wave me. I could almost stay in for a turn, but I feel like this Mon can be usable later. Nah. No. If I stay in for... Oh, no, I'm just... Wait. Oh, it's got Sniper, but I can't be crit. Honestly, do I just change Magma Armor to Shell Armor so I don't do that to myself mentally? Because I'm just gonna do that. It's not gonna be good for me because anytime I export later, it'll just change it back. I really wish the calc knew about this. Because, like, I just naturally click this, usually, to see ranges and whatnot. Like, oh, what would crit do? See if I can stay in. But that's not possible. It is still random move, which I don't love. But I could theoretically stay in for a turn. Like, what's my answer to this? Dreadnought? Because I want it to be a Shell Armor Mon. Maybe Turt? Turt isn't great, though. So the damage from Dreadnought, or the damage from Camerupt might be really nice. Because that's like 50% with Soft Sand. 48, yeah. Or I guess 56 with EQ. Problem is I could just KO. I think I would intentionally just Earth Power, so I don't worry about my crit KOing and then getting bad baiting later. Or just Earth Power. This is with my camera up under leveled, by the way. If I leveled up, do I outspeed? No. But yeah, just Earth Power the Octillery. I guess Psychic is what? Spadef drop? Drop Spadef, yeah. So like if I'm at 51% and then I get Spadef dropped, it's Fire Blast or Psychic after. And this guy's at 52%. I have someone that can take Fire Blast or Psychic. And then outspeed Oko after. Or outspeed do 50%. It's Sun boosted Fire Blast. And I have to really tank it because of Sniper Scope Lens. Or I could go Dreadnought. Oh, but Dreadnought could get burned by Fire Blast. So that's not good. Who do I have that answers Octillery well? All my all my electric types are weak to Fire Blast. Man. I guess, well, that's not an issue. I just don't pre-damage, or I don't chip with Camerupt, right? I just take the Psychic with, like, Magneton or Togue. Fake out Zing Zap. Or probably Mag would be better. Because Camerupt is always baiting... Oh, no, it's not. Oh, shit. No, it's not. It could be Fire Blast, always. Okay, so I can't do that. I would need, like, Lantern in order to do this or something. And if I go to a Grass type... Maybe Executor, but you under speed, so that's an issue. So we're like, Dreadnought is okay. Because, yeah, you just get shredded by Fire Blast. I can't... Is there any point where I like minimize the rolls. No, yeah, no, not enough. So maybe it is worth to stay in, but then it could just be raw 50-50. But if I'm already accepting that, then maybe it's not so bad. I had a Fire Blast crit. Oh my god, yeah, the crits are so bad. Holy. The crits are so bad. Basically, any Mon dies to double crit. So I'm just gonna be forced to use Dreadnought. Okay, so I guess if I'm Soft Sand and I click Earthquake, if I crit KO, which is not likely, right? It's only max roll on a crit. That's already like a 1 in 250 or whatever, something like that, right? Who comes in if that happens? Because I'm probably at like half health. It's probably Mag Mortar random move. That's not good. Okay. But if I just Soft Sand Earth Power, then between Fire Blast Psychic, I can have like Rostberry, right? 52%. I can make that up with another Mon. I can make that up with Earthquake Garchomp. It can take a Psychic and it can take a Fire Blast. It would need Rost. Maybe account for Spadef drop, but then Earthquake kills. Then you're baiting Play Rough Wheezing, probably. Yeah. Because the other stuff well, you don't Fast Oko Mag Mortar, but you Fast Oko Turtonator. And Mag Mortar wouldn't have out damage on you, even if it's Psychic Crit. It never has out. It would have to be. How does that work out? 51. If it's. Oh, that's at -1. 54. That's still fine. Maybe there is a better answer, but Garchomp is like a fine one for now, because it can switch into both. The other one would be Dreadnought, but Dreadnought doesn't do enough damage, because you gotta come in off of, you gotta do 52% with your guy. And you're possibly taking a Fire Blast and getting burnt. So you can't go Torterra. You can't really go Turtonator because you're slower, and if you get Psychic dropped, you're just dead. And you also don't do enough damage. Obviously can't go Escav. Yeah, the only one you can really get to is like your own Torkoal, who's bad, or your own Dreadnought. But Dreadnought doesn't do enough. Unless you... No, because you're just going to get T-Waved. If you get burned, how bad is that? Yeah, you don't even two-shot if you get burned for the remaining HP. So I do think it's Garchomp. Unless, like... No, because it's Psychic. You can't go Conk. You can't go Eggy. You can go Turt, but that's bad. Banger. So yeah, I guess you go Chomp and you Earthquake. Chomp just needs a Rost for Fire Blast. And then you probably bait Wheezing most of the time, right? Because it's gonna have slow out damage on you no matter what. The only way you bait anything else is if you're low enough for Mag Mortar Solar Beam, because that would be +5 to come in. Turtonator is slower than you and you show it Oko. If it's Mag Mortar Solar Beam, I can probably have a backup for that. Or just a pivot. Like something like my own Turtonator just gets through that really easily and then baits Earthquake for whatever I'm going to. So Garchomp expects Wheezing. The problem with Wheezing is you're not low enough to block Explosion. Is there a way to get low enough with Garchomp? Not really, because you're still baiting random. So I just have to account for Explosion, right? Um, the awesome choice would be like Escavalier, but it's got Overheat, so I can't do that. So what about Magneton? Magneton takes Explosion and it takes Play Rough. I mean, it would have to be crit Explosion. Man, these fights are so hard. I hate like going for stuff like this, but I don't. What else do I do? I just need like Wise Glasses or Metal Coat Magneton here. Togue just straight up dies to Explosion. I guess like, what about Dreadnought? But it's not very good. This Mon has really high defense. Like, Togue wouldn't be anywhere close to killing. It's got to be on the special side. Dreadnought doesn't even bait anything different, and also Play Rough can drop your attack. So that's where you kind of have to use Magneton. Magneton just has to not get Explosion crit, I think. uh, and it can't even, if it is Explosion, right, it can't even heal out because it needs the Metal Coat if it's not. Man, that really sucks. What about... You can basically only hit this with Steel Mons, right? Steel or Psychic. That's pretty much it. Usharna dies. Magneton is my best chance at beating this Wheezing, just because of what I'm baiting with Garchomp. And Garchomp is my best chance against Octillery. Garchomp is fine against Octillery. It'll never die to Octillery. So that's good. I guess so like that's where it's almost like, would I be okay with stalling a turn on Garchomp so that way I get hit? Because if I get hit, I would have to get hit a lot to get down to Wheezing play rough range. If you could guarantee play rough, right, then you ignore explosion. Yeah, I've been like popping into Shiro's stream and like they're literally streaming like 20 hours a day and they're also just flying through the game. I cannot play like that. I don't understand it. It's crazy. And like they've got good mons, I guess, but I don't know. Even like just to do that, I would be so safe. Because yesterday when I rated him, uh, he like had just beaten Roxanne, and then by that night, like I checked back in before I went to bed, and he, I think, had just beaten Norman. That was like a couple hours later. It's crazy. All right. So how do we feel? All right, Jax, how do we feel about potentially 4% explosion into crit killing my Magneton? Because that's my only wheezing answer right now. Pack and Magma Hideout. It's crazy. People would blow through Crystal Kaizo runs as well, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys are doing this. I guess early game CK is like a little more trivial, but once you get to like Whitney, even bait order. So right now it's Soft Sand Camel, Oko's Torkoal, no rocks go up. Baits and Octillery, because every single mon is just +1 to come in. As like it's just they outspeed and that's it. They never outdamage Camerupt. No, not with Boom, just with Earthquake and Flamethrower. I'm not using my explosion to calc. Yeah, I still outdamage everything around their booms as well. So like Octillery's +1 because I outdamage with EQ. Because I'm holding Soft Sand. Camerupt, I outdamage the Wheezing. I outdamage the Magmortar. It doesn't kill me with its EQ. And then I outdamage Turtonator with my Earth Power. So it's Octillery. They're all +1, so it just goes next in order. It's Psychic or Fire Blast, which is unfortunate. Garchomp takes both with a Rostberry. Or no, actually, so what I'm doing is I'm chipping with Earth Power on Octillery and then going Garchomp. Garchomp only takes 1 attack because I'm scared of like double sniper crit, right? Level to 57 and hold. Will I kill at 57? Do we think? Didn't check it. I do not kill at 57, no. Sadly. Pee pee poo poo. Yeah. I like the idea, because yeah, you would get Magmortar second and get a maybe more decisive line out of it. Oh, Boom kills. You're right, Boom does kill at level 57. Compared to like, is it 54? It's a range. But if I just put on Silk Scarf, then the Boom will kill. So I could do that at 54 as well. I don't need to level up. Because then if Explosion kills, I can put anything in that I want and bait Magmortar next. I think I'll do that. But yeah, I just stay in for a turn here. Fire Blast or Psychic. Because I'm not scared of the crit. Camerupt Earth Power once, and then that's enough for Earthquake to kill. For Garchomp after. Garchomp takes 1 attack, Rossberry to block Fire Blast burn. The thing is, if Octillery takes too much damage from a Psychic crit, and it gets dropped, I can bait Magmortar in. Because Magmortar is faster than me. I take like 54 from Psychic crit, and if it's the Spadef drop, then I can bait Solar Beam from there. So that's crit drop. I think I can work around that, though. Otherwise, it's wheezing in to Play Rough or Explode. Magneton is my only switch. Dreadnought does nothing. Escav baits Overheat. Even, yeah, maybe I could do a little pivot line here. Escav baits Overheat. Because I was worried about, like, Crit Boom here. Because I need Metal Coat for Flash Cannon. If it clicks 4% Boom and crits, then Magneton just dies. But if I did a Scavalier, I wouldn't be scared of the explosion. I take Play Rough. And then I bait Overheat, so it would just be a pivot. Could go... It's just like, what kills this? Only Steel and Psychic types are super effective on this. So I could go like... Xatu doesn't live crit Overheat. Xatu... Yeah, Xatu doesn't live crit Overheat. Yeah, if I can find something with Escav, I would want to play around it. Xatu's close. And that doesn't really affect it because it's just dead to crit anyways. I was thinking I could loop it twice with like 3 Mons. Nothing else really works for Octillery because it can Fire Blast. It can Fire Blast on Camerupt. All my electric types are weak to Fire Blast. At speed and do 60%. Dreadnought doesn't. I was looking at my Shell Armor Mons, right? Because you're super scared of crit. But no one... Turt doesn't outspeed. It do 62%. Or 60... It's like 52 or something. I think. The soft sand you need to do. Yeah, it's 52%. Can't get Conk in. Can't get Eggy in. Usharna doesn't outspeed. It's like Seismitoad, who I could level up. But dude, look how... Does no damage. It does no damage. And my soft sand is already committed. Donphan under speeds. Otherwise, that would probably have been the one I would have gone to, right? Because I could eat a crit, Rossberry for Fire Blast, and then high horsepower after, but I underspeed because my guy is -12. Also, or no, yeah, it would do enough damage. Can't go Torterra. Can't go... Go Senti? No. I could go Gyarados, but its moveset is really bad. I don't get anything from it. Gyarados, I guess, baits Gunk Shot, but like it could get crits. It could get crit dropped by Psychic, and then it could be baiting any of the moves. But like Gunk Shot T-Wave would be something that Skuntank could switch in on, but it doesn't even do enough. And you would need a cherry. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking Garchomp is best pivot. Not great. Not a great setup in general. It really is just Garchomp. Or just, like, Raw Dog it with Camerupt, right? You could Raw Dog it with Camerupt and then just get random move Wheezing after. You could just Earthquake twice, because you're always at full. Psychic can't... Psychic can't crit. So you end up at... But I think that's the... I think the problem there is random Mon out next. Because if you just get hit the one time, it's Magmortar. But if you get Spadef dropped by Psychic, then it's Wheezing Overheat. With fast KO. But it would save the slot. Camerupt could just fight 2 Pokemon. It can get away with it. Can't be burnt. Fire Blast could also just miss. So like the two switch-ins are Wheezing Overheat / Explosion. Well, it would be Overheat, right? Not Explosion. Or Magmortar random move between a lot of things. Earthquake, Solar Beam, Flamethrower. I guess, well, no. Garchomp underspeeds it. I don't know. Garchomp can kind of take Magmortar 1v1. Who else would do it? No one else outspeeds. The only Mon that outspeeds is Toad, and I could be baiting Earthquake or Flamethrower. Most of the time it's EQ out of Magmortar off of the thing. Oh, well, no, it's still... It could be Solar Beam. I could go with Scavalier on either of those as a pivot. Always bait Flamethrower. Wait, could this ever be Flamethrower, though? No, yeah, that could be Flamethrower, so that doesn't work. Because I'm taking a Psychic, so that puts me at 59 min. Yeah, that could be Flamethrower. I don't have a Mon that can just, like, tank all of these. Fucking Belch. Turtonator baits Belch. Yeah, camera up with just a 1v1 the Octillery. It can. I know it can't belch till it eats the berry, but it's really funny seeing that. God, Belch is so awesome. Yeah, camera up can 1v1 the Octillery. It just gets 2 different Mons in after, depending. If I get Psychic dropped, then it's Wheezing to click Overheat. Otherwise, it's Magmortar. Actually, it's also Wheezing if it's Fire Blast miss. Kimmel loses to Spit F drop. Oh, I forgot I was slower than it. I thought I was faster than it. No, yeah, it does just lose. So just go back to the chip plan. Which means Garchomp, which means Mag. I still like sticking to the Mag, like, crit boom thing, but I probably have to. Yeah, it's alright. The only way I dodge it is if I do something with Escavalier. Right? And then go to something on Overheat. But what do I go to on Overheat? That then beats Wheezing, because the main way I beat this is... No, Dreadnought does nothing. This guy's so tanky. But yeah, I can just boom after. Dreadnought does literally no damage. It's kind of inspiring. You can go like Turt, but then you just bait play refs after. You do 2-shot, but you're slower. It's not bad, but you're also just dead to 4% explosion, so at that point you might as well just go for Mag Explosion Crit. Yeah. And you're giving him multiple turns to do it, too. So yeah, I think just Mag. Metal Coat Mag. Kingdra? Kingdra... What would Kingdra be fighting? Oh, like on switch it on Overheat? It would bait play rough Explosion again. Yeah. There's kind of no point to it. Yeah, just Mag with Metal Coat, and then you get random move Magmortar, 1 of 2, Earthquake Flamethrower. That could probably just be like, oh no, I don't have EQ on you. Chomp can bait pivot enough times to guarantee play rough. With Escav. Would be play rough in here. I mean, eventually you get to a point where Escav could be dead to an explosion, right? On that 4%. So it's kind of the same scenario. And that would be no crit, too. Sticky Barb Chomp? It needs to be Rost for the Octillery. It can't crit, but like... After 2 play roughs, right, you're at 40%. If you do another rotation... Yeah, I think I just send it. Because, yeah, Escav could get crit, or not crit, boomed on eventually if you're doing, like, the overheat rotations. And also you're letting... Well, I guess you don't care about the burn, but... Honestly, though, would that not be... It would be great. Because, yeah, you're only taking 20 most of the time here, so you'd have to do, like, 2 rotations of that. And that's if you even took damage. You might need to do 3 rotations if Fire Blast missed. It's also roll dependent on the overheats. And also after 1 overheat, the second one does nothing. So yeah, no, that doesn't work. This is just mag. That's okay. So I also have to account for if I get crit Spadef dropped, it could be Mag Mortar in with Solar Beam. What's my, like, immediate answer to that? I guess I just pivot mag on the Solar Beam and then bait here and get back on the line, and then I'll have, like, Wheezing last. That's okay. Just accounting for it now. Otherwise, Magneton is baiting one of these 2 after taking... It only takes a play rough. If it takes Explosion, it can also bait Solar Beam, so I have to be careful of that. Yeah, I can't use Chomp. Flamethrower EQ. I can int him with Gyarados and switch into all moves, even if it could bait Solar Beam. Then I'm baiting Solar Beam, not baiting Belch. And I could go Turtonator. Nah, do no damage. Could I go Torkoal? I'm like level 50. No damage. Obviously, you can't use Dreadnought here. Oh, wait. How does Eldegoss take Solar Beam? Ooh. Okay. If I can bait Solar Beam, then I will always... It also can just switch in on Earthquake. I'm baiting Flamethrower Earthquake, so that's a bit tougher. But if I have a Mon that can just take all 3 of these and then bait Solar Beam, so... Basically, Citrus, Gyarados. 47, yeah, back up. And then... Yeah, that's chill. So... Gyarados switches into all the moves, and then we'll always bait Solar Beam. Then I can go on Solar Beam. I can go Eldegoss. Eldegoss takes Solar Beam and then always baits Flamethrower after, and I'm dropping its speed by 1. That lets a ton of my stuff outspeed it. If I'm baiting Flamethrower, then I could go Garchomp. The only problem is if Chomp's Rost got burned on Octillery, then I could be burned here. So maybe I just need another Mon to KO, and then that Mon can also, like, beat the Turtonator. But that's close to something. odds of clicking it. It's like 15%. So it's 13%, and then it has to hit, and then it has to burn. So it's not super reliable. But it can also... Oh, wait, no, I outspeed there. Yeah, no. 0.1%. Yeah, it can... Well, actually, so it... If it's... Because I'm staying in for a turn and chipping here. If I get Psychic Spadef drop, then it's just a raw 50-50 at that point between Fire Blast, Psychic, going into Garchomp, which is the one that matters. So it's like a little more likely, but not a ton more. Because then that's like, in that scenario, yeah, it's just a 50-50 into 85 into 10. And then also another 10 later. Probably worth running, just because I'm starting to run out of slots. There's no weird shenanigans where, like, it reads Belch AI, but then sees, like, that it can't use it, so then it picks random move, right? That's not a thing. This is just the calc being weird with Belch, like, showing it. That would be very silly if it did that. Like, you know, if you were to disable its highest damaging move, and then it just rando picks amongst the other ones. It should just be Flamethrower. Is Burn Up the one that does that? Yeah. So yeah, then back to Chomp, KO. You're really close to just raw KOing this. That's unfortunate, and I need the Rossberry. But because I'm showing KO, at least it can't Shell Smash. It has to Declaw or Overheat, depending on my HP. Can almost just go Kingdra? Is Kingdra outspeeds? I guess I can, right? I don't care about Overheat. I live Dragon Claw crit, and I can put on Dragon Fang and kill, right? Ah. Yeah, not quite. So then you'd be looking for a ground type. Maybe Dreadnought at that point. Dreadnought switches in easily. Can't be burnt. You could... it still outspeeds at +1. Toad comes in. But I might be low enough for Overheat at that point. So I'm trying to find one that can switch into both. So, like, Dreadnought can switch in... Does Dreadnought even care about Shell Smash? So it takes 26 from a Declaw. And then 52 from a Declaw. No, my guy's minus speed. I underspeed it at +1. I did look at that. But I think I just don't care if it Shell Smashes. It looks fine. I think I just Rock Slide twice. And also the first Rock Slide can flinch. Because it's 26 on entry, and then, yeah, 26 plus 52. And Dragon Claw doesn't have, like, flinch or anything. Yeah, no. Chomp double burn with the first one. unlikely to even be clicked and is an inaccurate burn move. It's not bad. I'll run at least this fight, because isn't there like a gauntlet after this guy? Yeah. I am not going to be touching this gauntlet. This will be the last one from me. But I'll do this fight. So camera up to lead. I don't need to level it up, right? Is there any reason to? Not really, still. Doesn't affect anything. Keep it under leveled. I just don't want to think about a gauntlet right now. I'll probably like slow work on it, but Gyarados. Shout out to Eldegoss. Hanging on. I go Dreadnought on Flamethrower from Goss to bait EQ, not risking double burn. Oh, maybe. But then I just give my Dreadnought Rost instead, right? No, it didn't need an item at all. It was just gonna raw win. Yeah, so Dreadnought baits Solar Beam, not EQ. Garchomp probably can't take Solar Beam. But I guess I could... Most of the time, I can take Solar Beam crit. Otherwise, I could just go back to Eldegoss. Well, no, that's the whole point, right? Is to get Solar Beam on Chomp. Crit rolls for Psychic and Solar Beam. Crit roll on Psychic is 54%. And then crit roll Solar Beam is 51%. So math checks out. I think that's above 100. Because the Octillery is Sniper. And also it has Scope Lens. Run odds. I suppose it's the kind of thing that you just decide in the fight, right? Like, oh, if my Garchomp got burned by Fire Blast, then yeah, you go for that. Otherwise, you don't go for that. You just decide in the fight. Fire Blast max roll crit. I think it's not as much as 49.5. So it's 99 damage plus 103. It can still die. It can still die to double max roll crit if it's Fire Blast crit. No, you do not get the Rossberry. What was your item? You're just pivoting on... I guess you just get a Citrus. In case you get crit, so I bait properly. I think it does. Because it's flame from Magmortar, right? And it can hold a Rost. It takes 20% from Flamethrower. It takes 26 from Dragon Claw. So 46. And then plus 2 D-Claw is 52. So yeah, it has enough. And it's not, it wouldn't get like hard burned. Used to minus defense. Used to just taking like way more for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, just Rost on this guy. I'll just see how the fight goes. Scene. Bleh. Where's this freaking guy? So I hop down that hole. Or up that hole. Okay, he's right there. Soft sand. Double crit psychic plus EQ. That's chill. I'm deciding that's chill. Oh, that's only if I got burned. I see. Right. Did I ever do... No, yeah, I did. Yeah. Didn't remember if I did the kills for the kill tracking on the last fight, but I did. So I remember clicking Stoutland. I'm finally at a point where I don't really have to worry about my XP on an underleveled Mon when I get a kill, because they don't just insta-level up. Alright, so I Earth Power here, because Earthquake crit can kill. That did a lot. Damn. I guess it only did 68. It's just a high roll. So at 72... It's still random move. Alright, let's see. Fire Blast. No burn. Okay, we're chilling. Well, Magneton still has a turn here. Is this, no, it's never always play rough here. Alright, good luck, Mag. Nice. Oh, okay. So what is this then? This is just raw random move between Flamethrower EQ. So that's Gara into... Nice. Gara gets Solar Beam or Belch. Let's hope the Belch AI isn't messed up and lets this click Flamethrower for some reason. Oh, actually, I didn't even notice. This is 0.05% to go for Flamethrower. It's max roll Flamethrower versus min roll Solar Beam. They can't click Belch. It's probably a little higher than that, right? It's probably more like 0.1%. I don't think I can avoid it now. I have to get the speed drop. That's what I built this entire plan around. And staying in Waterfall. Just a double crit. I could go for it for a turn, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Oh, he's got a citrus. Yeah. I don't 2-hit KO. Because yeah, now I'm dead to Solar Beam crit. I guess... Oh, shit. That was so bad. That was so bad. He can belch. And now it's just a raw 50-50 on Eldegoss. I can't do this. Oh, fuck. Can I go Mag and then bait random move for Dreadnought? Mag is my only pivot, right? Oh, shit. So it's Solar Beam Belch. Chomp can take a Solar Beam. So Chomp can take a Solar Beam and then bait Solar Beam again. I think I have to do that. No. I can go... Do I live? So Chomp lives crit. If I go Chomp right now, I eat a Belch, I live Solar Beam crit. But if it's Solar Beam crit, how do I get Chomp back in later? I don't. Chomp can take a Solar Beam and then bait Solar Beam. For Eldegoss, I get the speed drop, and then it's Flamethrower or Belch. Or Chomp take 2 hits. No, that's risking 2 crit chances. Well, oh no, it's only risking 1 crit chance, right? It's risking 1 crit. Looking at Truck, am I? If I get this -1... If I get Mag -1, Dreadnought can come in and KO, and then it's in for Turtonator already. So what happens if I go... What happens if I go Mag on Mag? It's Solar Beam Belch, I bait Flamethrower EQ. That's better for Garchomp. Okay. So I go Mag here. It has like a 0.01% to click Flamethrower, but I have to take that. I go Mag on Solar Beam Belch. Nice. It's a lot of damage. This is always Flamethrower or EQ. I still have my Rostberry on Chomp. So I go Chomp to bait Solar Beam, and then go to Eldegoss. Nice. So now it's -1. Eld is always baiting Flamethrower or Belch. Belch is fine. Do I live Flamethrower crit on Chomp? I do, and I still have my Rost. Okay, we're good. I could also go... Wait, is it just better to go Dreadnought here? It's Flamethrower or Belch. Dreadnought has a Rost. I don't have to worry about crits at all, and then it's just in for Turtonator. That's just better. Yeah. There was actually no reason to ever go back to Garchomp, I think. I think that was just a bad plan from the start. Or, like, it was fine, but this also just works. Okay. Yeah, I'll just Rock Slide twice and beat this. That's fine. I live at +2. Yeah, easily tank this. Okay. Not even close. Good pivot, I guess. I mean, all that was really risking was, I guess it was risking Garchomp crit, right? Well, no, it wasn't risking Garchomp crit, but if I got crit by Solar Beam, then it could have been more random move. Yeah, it would have been random move going out. Or like pivoting out of Garchomp. Yeah, I don't think I could have avoided that. Because I can't just go Eldegoss on that. It's a raw 50-50. So I think I found the better pivot angle off of that. I think I found the best pivot angle I had, which was basically like dodge a crit. Or, well, no, because I went to Mag, right? So Flamethrower or EQ. If it's Flamethrower crit, I still would have been at like 20%. Still can bait some stuff, but it would have been a little better, I think. Chomp lived that initial Solar Beam crit, yeah. It would have lived it. It was at 106. Like, because I was on Gara, right? So it would have been Solar Beam Belch. If I went straight to it, it lives it, but then it's completely random move. So I tried to just minimize the damage by taking Solar Beam Belch with Mag and then getting Flamethrower EQ 50-50 and going Garchomp on that instead. Chomp was safe. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It could have just been like, that risk could have just been avoided from the start, right? I never needed to go Gyarados or Eldegoss because I would have just lived the Solar Beam at that HP. And then Dreadnought, yeah, comes in on anything, and that's fine. So, like, I could have taken the RNG I had at that snapshot in the fight and then just won with 4 Mons, ignore Gyarados, Eldegoss. Riskless, if I saw that. But then I fucked around and made it way harder. Who got those kills? Was, Camel? Camel Mag? No. Camel Garchomp Mag. And then Dreadnought got the last 2. Okay. I don't think that was ever truck angle. Like, I think if it ever got bad, at worst it's a 2-sack, and I just sack Eldegoss so that way I get the speed drop and then Dreadnought kills. I would lose, like if I got unlucky from that point, it would have been lose Chomp, lose Eldegoss. Or maybe just lose Eldegoss. Because the most important part was the speed drop. So, like, if I got crit on Garchomp, switching into the Flamethrower Earthquake, it would have just been random move, right? So I just take the random move and go Eldegoss. Get the speed drop, sack Eldegoss, and then finish with Dreadnought on the last two. So it would have been a 1-death, but it would have been a pretty bad 1-death because Eldegoss is very nice. Like, Eldegoss is the only reason that I've been able to get this far with such a slow box, because I can speed control over it very nicely. Okay. So what does this gauntlet look like? Drought Ninetales, Fire Gem, Overheat, Soul Rock, very awesome sauce. Fire Gem, Overheat, Toucannon. What an awesome gimmick, guys. I love Overheat on every Pokemon. Let's keep giving them all Overheat. Ooh, a Centiskorch with Chardy. That's fun. See, that's fun. At least fun to route around. This ape is not gonna be fun to route around. What the fuck is that? How am I beating that? What is that? At the end of a gauntlet? I have to, like, bait... I have to bait Grass Knot and bring Eldegoss. Or I guess just bait Fake Out, right? And just bring Eldegoss. It'll always go for Fake Out as long as it doesn't see a kill on my lead. And then, yeah, always bait, I get crit by Fake Out, I can bait Focus Blast after. I have to level up my Eldegoss. But then it's got Sash. So even after that, it's like... My only good Sash breaker is... I guess getting Togen on Grass Knot with Barbs. And if it's -1 speed... Some stuff outspeeds it. Kingdra? Kingdra? Oh wait, this has Sun Up. Okay, Kingdra could maybe do it, yeah. Garchomp also would probably be better. Oh, actually, Garchomp has the Rough Skin itself, so if I manage to, like, loop again and bait Grass Knot... Wait, no, isn't this so insanely chill? I just bait Grass Knot or Fake Out on on the first turn, and then I just go Garchomp. Or I could just lead Chomp. I know you can heal between fights. Check what you just said. Lead Ape versus Ape Monkey Showdown. Fake Out, swap Gara on Focus Blast, swap Sigilyph on Grass Knot. Take Fire Blast, Tailwind, swap Dreadnought on Fire Blast. KO with Liquidation. Oko with Liquidation, Tailwind ends, and then for the Senti... Oh, you might outspeed the Senti. You KO through Chardy Berry? Probably not. I Roar Ape. Okay, yeah. I think this is doable, though. Doesn't Garchomp just literally 1v1 this? Like, if I just don't really care about Focus Blast. It's always Fake Out on my entry, and then I just Rough Skin the Sash away. Eat a Focus Blast. I can take a crit. Earthquake kill. Oh, that's a D-Bond Houndoom. That sucks. I gotta find a way to outspeed that. and I can't, like, guarantee my HP to be at a point. I guess I could go Conk on Dark Pulse, and then just, like, Ice Punch until it doesn't debond, right? Oh no, it ripped me with a Fire Blast. So the problem is just my entire team underspeeds this Destiny Bond Mon. And my Conk takes too much. Yep, no pre-burn. I think Black Belt would get there, no? Almost. Yeah, oh yeah, I guess I can't even rely on, like, fast OKOing this anyways. So I gotta find a way to, like... Gotta find a way to get Eldegoss in on Dark Pulse. Which means I probably need to level this mana up. It's in the fucking Fire Gym. It's getting one-tapped by a fire move, man. Or not. What the hell is that? I get crit, I have Citrus, and then... But, like, it could just debond on my Switch. I can't even guarantee a speed drop. Right? If it can just debond here... The debond AI is just, like, if it sees it's faster and dies. Yeah. It's +7 most of the time. So the only way to, like, ignore debond is if I don't kill. If I don't kill or if I'm fast, and I don't have the fast part. And a lot of my mons actually have the kill part because Houndoom is the opposite of bulky. Oh my god, Togue, I can't pivot you in for shit. What if I rapid spinned until my Turtonator was faster? Thoughts? It gets 2-tapped. It would be sick though. That's just the final fight. Man. This doesn't seem that bad. It seems cool, but yeah, not that bad. You just, like, kill with Liquidation. I guess you have a Cherry for Thunderfang. Dreadnought kind of beats it. Maybe even Conk beats it, honestly. It's like double Rock Slide. Fire Lash might be scary and it can coil. Yeah, you can't burn. Or like Xatu Air Slash or... My flying type damages are not that good. I don't have a physical flyer. I need a Pidgeot like my life depends on, even though that's also a special attacker. I need a Staraptor. I know Swellow isn't in this game. Is it Altaria physical as well? I guess it loses being a flyer pretty quick, but... Oh, is it special? It's mixed. I thought I got Facade. I thought it was a Facade mon. I guess just because of Pixelate. Dual Wing Beat. Okay. I'm gonna just stop here. I guess I will. So what's left? It's Gauntlet. I guess you can check this guy off. It's Gauntlet, 3 fights, then 3 more fights that all look pretty tough as singles, no Gauntlet, and then Flannery. I'll try to like calc that all out. I guess it would probably be good for me to look at Flannery first to see if I need to like not level a Pokemon up to keep them under leveled for prior fights. But I probably won't be streaming this as much over the next. Maybe I still will. It depends how fast I figure out Flannery. So I might still want to get this done. But next like week-ish, I probably won't stream as much. Take a little break around Flannery. Anyways, I'll save one more time. Alright. Goodbye. Good night.